This is the Adam effect. Achieve things out of mind.
If you are hearing this, you are the resistance, and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We are going against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines, we are human beings. Join the Adam effect. Join the movement.
This is the Adam effect. Achieve things out of mind.
If you are hearing this, you are the resistance, and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We are going against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines, we are human beings. Join the Adam effect. Join the movement.
This is the Adam effect. Achieve things out of mind.
If you are hearing this, you are the resistance, and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We are going against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines, we are human beings. Join the Adam effect. Join the movement.
This is the Adam effect. Achieve things out of mind.
If you are hearing this, you are the resistance, and you are not alone.
Don't never let anybody take your belief in yourself away from you because they hurting inside. Don't you never let nobody do that. Always believe in who you are in the darkest moments, man. In the darkest moments, when you at that pain, when you at the bottom, know that you're gonna get back up. But you gotta believe it.
It took me 10 years to learn this, but I will teach it to you in 1 minute. 1, life waits for nobody. Get up every day and keep pushing through no matter what. 2, make sure you take good care of yourself. If something happens to you, the world will move on and you will fall behind. 3, if you don't work to build your dream life, someone will hire you to build theirs. 4, work in silence. Celebrate in private. People love to ruin things. 5, don't regret your past. Just learn from it and move on. 6, no one cares. Work harder to become better each day. 7, ignore advice from anyone who doesn't live the life you want to live. 8, rule over your emotions. A calm mind can handle any situation. 9, if you find someone better than you, don't hate. Ask them for advice and cooperate with them. 10, you're truly at peace with yourself when you mind your own business.
Shout out to you if you tuned in, man. If you tuned in, you are the resistance. You are the core. This is the Blac Pill podcast. Yes, sir. We in the building, man. We in the building. Yep. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with Facebook. I still don't know. I got to figure it out. I got to go do my research. In the meantime, between time, we're going to play a quick video while I go get something. And after that, we're going to start the show. We got a good show for you guys today. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me see. Which one should I play? We going to play this one. Here we go.
God damn, what the fuck in your head?
You know, what the... Hey. Bro.
Oh, shit.
You know what I had, right?
He up.
You know what I
haven't even took your order yet.
I
You
just
haven't
told
even
you my
took
order.
your order yet.
I said big double burger, 2 corn dogs, a tray of cheese bites, and a sweet tea.
Oh,
What the-
You about to fucking fall. Why you got your book bag on?
Why do you? Wait, why do you got your book bag on while you taking my order? I ain't even tripping, bro. Big double burger, 2 corn dogs, cheddar cheese bites, and a sweet tea. Bro, what?
Hey, listen, I haven't took your order yet.
I'm telling you, dude.
Hold on.
No, it's not. Hold on.
God damn, what the fuck in your head?
You know, what the...
Yes, sir. I'm up. Yeah, bro. I mean, I don't know. I gotta look up the Facebook stuff. Shout out to Facebook if y'all can see it. If y'all can't see it, oh well, we're streaming on other platforms. What up, Rumble? What up, YouTube? What up, Twitch? We in here. We in here. Today's episode is about Soulja Boy squashing his beef with DDG. And basically, for those of you who don't know, we covered the story earlier. This is just an update. About 3 weeks ago, they were beefing. Let me pull myself up in here. Hold on, where we at? Yes, sir, I'm in the building. What's up, everybody? I thought I seen something in my beard. I was like, whoa. Yeah, man, it's always tough trying to figure out the right way to place this camera. But yeah, we discussed this 3 weeks ago. They said they wanted a beef and they wanted to get in the ring and set up the fight. And I was like, man, I ain't gonna lie. Somebody want to box me for $1 million, I'd do it. So yeah, this is just an update. We're giving you guys an update. Past that, we got other things we have to cover today. A lot has happened, and boom, there you have it right here. A judge reportedly denies DDG's temporary restraining order request against Halle Bailey. Damn. Yeah, bro. I told you, gentlemen, the court is not on your side. It don't matter what happened. They're not gonna take your side. Shit. Let's see. Let me see. According to reports, the judge has denied DDG's request for a temporary restraining order against the mother of his child, Halle Bailey. As we reported yesterday, DDG filed a request to prevent Halle from taking their son out of the country and sought a temporary restraining order alleging he was a victim of abuse in their relationship. And you guys answered a poll in the chat, by the way, and the poll for the show is, was Soulja Boy wrong for inserting himself in DDG's relationship? Vote and tell us what you think. So first thing is, he was dead wrong, mind your business. And then the second one is, he had the right motives. Now, gentlemen, like I said, these are teachable moments. That might have to be the name of the show now. Teachable moments, people. TM. Not TMI, but TM. And the reason why is because you guys think this is a game, but this is not a game. Society is not built for us to thrive now. As a man, it's not necessarily built for you to thrive. You can thrive, though, but it's built from society, or at least the way I see it, is built in a way now where people are supposed to take from you and you're supposed to give everything up. And that's the reality of the situation. You guys can say what you want. We're all entitled to an opinion. That's what I see. Let me see. Like I said, we told you guys yesterday, he filed the motion to stop Halle from taking their son out the country. Now, the sad situation, I don't think anything's going to happen, right? I don't think anything's going to happen. I think they're all partially bullshitting to get what they want. You know, everybody manipulates. Man manipulates, woman manipulates. We all manipulate. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. But with that being said, if something unfortunately was to happen, God forbid, if something was to happen, who will we have to blame in this situation? And we showed you guys these pictures before as well. And we're going to get into that in a little bit. That's the main event. Before that, I have other things I need to show you guys. This is part of the show, people. Shout out to everybody that tuned in. And y'all answer that poll, bro. Y'all answer that poll. Let me see. Shit. First things first. Let me see. We got a lot to cover. Not too much, but this was yesterday. It's Pride Month, so we're gonna start right here. Shout out to all them Pride people, the alphabet boys and girls, the LGBTQIA+. Shout out to you people. We start with comedian Corey Holcomb. Shout out to the 5150 show. And everything they do over there. We got comedian Corey Holcomb roasting Dwayne Wade for trying to normalize his trans son. Here we go. Hold up.
This interview with Dwayne Wade, and I just don't understand why Dwayne Wade likes to talk about everything good about his son except the elephant in the room. Because D-Wade, all you got to do is look at D-Wade nails.
He got his nails painted?
You got to see this, dog. D-Wade dressing like this. He used to wear the capris with the motherfucker. Look, D-Wade don't want the smoke like his son want the smoke. His son don't care. Right. I don't care. This is who I am. But D-Wade wants to try and make it seem like this is something, he wants to make it seem like something's wrong with you for not just accepting this for what it is.
Man.
And we
Now we're gonna stop right here. Let me just say this, because I don't have a problem with the LGBTQ community. They don't really bug me, right? They don't really bug me. So I mean, I don't really pay attention to what they're doing, and I have my own shit I'm trying to do. I'm in that stage where I'm building my life. Shout out to everybody building their life. So I don't have too much of the time to sit there and think about some of these things, right? So I don't have time to be like, damn, I can't stand, I don't have the time. At the end of the day, people are going to do what they want to do. Now, when it comes to forcing it on kids, that's where I'm like, okay, we're drawing the line here. And y'all know what I mean. And if you don't know, I've discussed it in my previous streams. Past that, let's continue.
don't talk about that. Let me ask you something. Is the video? No, I saw this interview with Dwayne. Hold on. I just.
Him and Magic Son about to do a movie together.
Oh,
What's
shit.
it called?
Is it Tu Wong Fu 2?
Too hard. Hold on. Look at this, man. Look at this.
Wow.
Wait to hear him talk.
And it was amazing. Since then.
And we did we covered this. We covered a piece of this interview, I believe, yesterday on one of our streams. I can go check it out, but here we go.
Okay, but
Enough. Cut it off.
Wait, does he have diamonds too?
D-Wade is low-key exploiting his son.
Let me tell you something, man. We finna get into this, dog, because I'm not finna let it ride. And everybody be talking about Corey foul. Corey ain't foul. Corey is the elder in the village, and I'm speaking up for the village.
Word. Preach, brother.
Can we get that nonsense off the screen? I just wanted people to hear it. Hold on, now check this out, man.
Hold on.
If you step to me with a boy like this,
Him and Magic Son about to do a movie.
Hold on.
and you expect me not to address the elephant in the room, I already know you're going to be mad at me. Because I'm going to say, hey, what the fuck wrong with your boy? You know he can't be around my boys. I don't want none of that toxic ass up enemy behavior.
Toxic masculinity.
Ass up enemy. That's what I call it. Toxic ass up enemy behavior around my young boys. They should not have to feel the pressure of smiling it off with this man who found a way to tuck his nuts in a thong. My boys ain't got to go through that. Everybody wonder why motherfucking LeBron left Miami. There it is.
Whoa. Why Miami took some heat?
That's
Hold
why
on.
LeBron left Miami. I
Why
don't
Miami
care
took
what
some
nobody
heat?
say. LeBron didn't want his sons growing up having to smile and hoop with somebody who only
Hold up,
posts
y'all. I gotta
up.
turn on the
And
light.
you expect me?
Hold up, y'all. I gotta turn on the light. I'm gonna turn on the light because I guess it's finna rain later. But let me let this keep playing. Here we go.
Not to address the elephant in the room. I already know you're gonna be mad at me because I'm gonna say, hey, what the fuck wrong with your boy? You know he can't be around my boys. I don't want none of that toxic ass up enemy behavior.
Toxic masculinity.
Hey,
Ass
man.
up enemy. That's what I call it.
Like I said,
Toxic-
shout out to Corey. Hey, everybody's entitled to an opinion, bro. And please always remember the people on the 5150 show are comedians, so they may come off a little bit extreme. Yeah, let's continue with the show. So like I said, guys, we got a lot to show you guys. That was one thing, but since we're talking about relationships and this is not red pill content, this is just us seeing what's going on in the world. We got this gentleman right here. Shout out to this content creator who says, don't take dating advice from old heads. They don't know the new laws. Here we go.
Hey, if you don't listen to shit I say, listen to me when I say this. Don't take no dating advice from no nigga over 55 years old, bro. Don't take no dating advice. Some niggas did not have game. Them niggas had ruthless aggression. You ask a old head how he got his old lady, he gonna tell you some shit like this. So when it started off, we worked together, right? I thought I seen her look at me, and I told her, she keep looking at me like that, I'm gonna fuck her. And you're like, what, nigga? No. Anytime an old head give you some game or some shit, he telling you some shit that'll get you straight arrested, some shit that'll make you lose your job, some shit that
I did not expect this.
But what the hell, boy?
Let's see what the comments say. So it says, my dad worked at the military hospital when my mom was admitted. He outranked her boyfriend and wouldn't let him visit, all the while telling my mom it's a shame her boyfriend didn't visit her. What's wrong with these ninjas? You ninjas is Looney Tunes, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. People is weirdos out here in these streets. And I told y'all we're just coming out of our barbarianism. Let me see. What else we have? Hold up. We got some more. Y'all need to have the same confidence they had. I'm 56 and would take his girl and his mom. Old head told me don't take no for an answer. That's when I knew shit was different. What's wrong with these men? It's so funny, you know, and I always tell people, you know, the current state of the dating game, like the dating world. The reason why it's like this is because the sins of the father have become the sins of the son. So we're just dealing with the bullshit that they did, and we have to deal with it now. And it's gonna keep going like that until people realize, hey, it's not us, it's not us. And when y'all go through it with these girls, always remember your fathers and your forefathers did worse things to these women, and that's why we're in this situation now. Shout out to the ladies.
Hello.
Yeah, that's why women can get away with things they can get away with. My ex-barber met his wife at a strip club and asked her out. She jokingly said yes after he's done working. He waited by her car until she came out. She immediately screamed for help when security came out, and he ended up fighting security and won. Told her to get on his bike and took her to a dinner for their date, and they have been together ever since. What the fuck? That's why we got the strap now. This is crazy. I was like, that sounds like kidnapping. My dad literally waited outside my mama's job until she got off and offered to give her a ride. I would have called the police. Old head said, get her drunk to crack. No thanks. Whoa. Whoa.
But what the hell, boy?
Whoa. Whoa. All right, let's continue. Whoa. All right, man. Law and Order with Black and Adam. I said Black and Adam. Law and Order with Black Adam. Boy, I'm tired, boy. I was up late last night trying to get this work in. We got a group of 19 people who have been arrested and hit with 40 charges after allegedly stealing $5,300 worth of merchandise from 11 different Georgia malls in one weekend. Now, my thing is 19 people arrested facing 40 charges after stealing $5,300, $5,300 worth of stuff, people, and merchandise. If you divide that 20, what they each made, what, like 660 times 20? They didn't even make. How much did they make, bro? Is that even possible, bro? Bro, they barely made $100 a piece, bro. 200 times 20 is 4,000. Bro, they barely made 200 a piece, bro. All to go to jail. Here we go.
New tonight, police in Gwinnett County say they arrested more than a dozen people and recovered more than $5,000 worth of stolen items. It all started during a theft investigation at the Mall of Georgia on May 29th and 30th. 19 people were arrested, and police say some of them were already wanted for other crimes. New tonight, police in Gwinnett County say they arrested more than a dozen people.
My bad, y'all. This shit get to tripping when I start messing with the internet. Hold on. Let me see something. 1 second, y'all. Yeah, that's crazy though. I'm telling you, people out here is tripping. 1 second, I'm trying to see something with Facebook because I'm like, bro, why are they locking me out? I guess maybe I've been going too hard. Maybe I've been going too hard on Facebook. You know, they block you. It's like I'm blocked, but I'm not blocked. So imagine I can put my live, and when I'm putting my live, you know, my live is there, but I guess only I can see it. And then when the live is done, I can post it and make it public. I'm like, bro, what setting? Like what? Like, you feel me? Like, I don't know, bro. It's like, what setting did I press to make it like that? So now I'm a bit confused. Let me see something. Hold on. This shit's stupid, bro. 1 second. Let me see. That shit messing up the show. All right, we're gonna do like this. Hold on, we're gonna fix it real quick. Let me fix this shit real quick. And if it doesn't work, oh well. We just gonna keep going. Copy. My bad, y'all. Real quick. Let me play Let's Go Back to the Trans thing. Shout out to the Pride people. Let me show you guys what Corey Holcomb was referring to. And we had this on the show, I believe, yesterday. We were discussing it. Let me see if I can find it. And I mean, you know, Dwayne Wade, like I said, I only respect Dwayne Wade in the sense
that's his child, right? That's his child. So I mean, he's gonna stick up for his child. I don't know about all the other stuff. I'm not paying that much attention. Since Dwayne Wade stopped playing basketball, I haven't really been following him like that. Like, I've always been a Dwayne Wade fan, but like, I ain't been watching him like that. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. And you guys be the judge and tell us what you think in the comments while I fix this ish up a little bit. Let me see. I hate when they mess up the show, man. That's why I be coming in here late. So this was the video. This was the interview, by the way, and they was having an interview with fathers or whatever. But here we go.
I think that a part of us learning about the trans experiences is also me just getting more comfortable with you and talking to you about things. Because, I mean, Chicago, African-American
Hell
man.
no, hold on.
Yeah, we talk about a lot of stuff.
Hell no. Nah, I want to wait. Hold on. Y'all got to wait. And the reason why y'all got to wait is because I don't want this shit to mess up, bro. Oh, shit. That was loud. Yeah, I don't want the shit to mess up. Hold on, 2 seconds, people. Close. This shit tripping. They always gotta mess up the show, man. Hey, man, hit the like button, bro. They be trying to demonetize us, bro. They can't stop us, bro. They can't stop us. They can't stop us. Hold on, let me see. Here we go. All right. Nope. And that shit too loud in my ears. Yeah, that shit. They always trying to stop the show, man. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Give me like 30 seconds. Bear with me. Anyways, tell us what you think in the comment section. I hate when they do that, when they mess up the flow, but they can't stop me. Like I said, I've been through too much doing this content creation stuff already. At this point, there's nothing you can do to stop me. Boom. Here we go. All right, we're going to do it like that. We're going to do this like this. Here we go. Let's get more people in here. I'm gonna get more people in here. 1 second. All right, we good here. Let me go to YouTube. Cause they messing this shit up. You guys can't see it. Really what's happening is, like I said, I'm not gonna say they're demonetizing me, cause everybody like to use that term. But one thing they do, bruh, that I really can't stand, bro, they pick and choose, like, they kind of pick and choose like who gets to like pop off their content, bro. So like I said, I talk about a lot of stuff, and I'm black, so I talk about a lot of black shit too, right? So sometimes they get in their feelings, and when they get in their feelings, it's like basically I say things that people may not necessarily agree with, and it's just how I feel personally based off of what I see in my experience. So like, for example, when I say stuff about like, oh, what's going on, like how they push a certain agenda, how the media is a fourth branch of unrestricted government, they get mad and they get in their feelings, and then afterwards my page kind of get messed up. And it's like, I don't say nothing because I'm not one of them ninjas that be on the gram crying and shit, like how everybody be crying like, oh, feel for me. It's like, bro, I mean, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. But it's like, it's tough sometimes because as a content creator doing this shit by my lonely, you know what it is, bro. It ain't easy, bro. All right, let's continue. Like I said, they stopping this shit, but it's all good. We gonna keep pushing and persevering. Like I said, man, y'all answer that poll in the chat. Let's continue. So this is what I was talking about with Corey Holcomb, what he was saying earlier. Here we go.
I think that a part of us learning about the trans experiences is also me just getting more comfortable with you and talking to you about things. Because, I mean, Chicago, African-American man. We talk about a lot of stuff. not to stereotype, but
what the hell, boy?
Not often do you have a full-blown conversation with a black man. So it's hard. And there's a bit of like almost like a cultural barrier sometimes to talk to black people about that kind of stuff, especially.
But what the hell, boy?
Queer stuff. Man, they do not be liking us.
Like I said, so for example, I'm gonna leave it right there. Yesterday, I made the comment that the reason why black people don't like to talk about it is because it reminds them of slavery and how they had the black populace in a sexually androgynous state. So that's what I'm saying, where I'll say shit like that and afterwards my page get a little messed up. But you can go look up those terms. They might be big terms to some people. Like I said, I mean, I educate myself. So if you go look that up, that's why black people ain't really too comfortable with it. And like I said, the other thing that I said that might have potentially got my shit demonetized a little bit was you only see this being pushed to black people because there are trans people who are part of the community in other races of people or other groups of people, but you never see it in the public limelight. And the question is, why? Did y'all ever think about that? You know, the question is why. And I don't have a problem with them people. Shout out to them people. I know they exist. They're here. All right, we recognize them, give them a voice. Okay, cool. But why do we never see that when it comes to other groups of people? It's almost as if it's by design. But besides the point, that's not the show today. Let's get back to the show. So we have this lady saying that men that pay all the bills get cheated on. I'm confused. But here we go.
I met a few old head bitches in my lifetime who niggas pay all the bills. They put up. They work because they want to. They don't have to do nothing. They nigga pay all the bills, fund their life.
Yeah.
And they be cheating. And I used to be like thinking like if I ever could find, I haven't found them yet, a nigga to pay all my bills and fund my lifestyle. If I ever could find it, I would never cheat on a nigga. And then, no, cause it hit me about 2 years ago. Once you get older, you understand. They be bored. Them niggas who could fund their lifestyle and work all the time.
Fellas, this is why I'm married to the money. That's why I'm married to the money. You mean to tell me if I can pay all the bills and you'll still cheat? Or I said it wrong, but you got what I was trying to say. I could pay all the bills and you'll still cheat. What's the point? Ladies, can you explain that to me? What's the point, bruh? What is the point? Fellas, go get you some money, pregnant. Here we go.
Working all the time. Yeah, because if you finding my lifestyle and you taking care of me and my kids in the household, you work a lot. Yeah, I get bored. And Frank down the street, who ain't got no goddamn job, and his wife fund his lifestyle, he got time and he's slinging dick. That's
how. Everybody doesn't deserve to have this microphone, man. Everybody don't deserve to have this microphone. But no, in all actuality and in all seriousness, I'm happy that cameras came out, because all this shit used to go on and people would think that you was tripping, there was something wrong with you, but now we can actually see these things. So I'm happy that we can see these things and people are exposing themselves. Shout out to the women exposing the game.
Hello.
Shout out to the women exposing the game, because these ninjas used to be really thinking, yeah, not my girl. Yeah, your girl tripping. Not my girl. Not my girl. Yes, ninja. Yo, girl. These girls belong to the game, my ninja. Here we go.
he got his wife.
Oh, and also, like I said, not all women. Some, not all. These are the terms that we are governed by. Y'all have heard me if you've been to my show before. I say this all the time. The terms that we are now all governed by, so that way people can hide behind accountability. Oh, hide behind taking no accountability is some, not all. Because if you say most or if you say all, people will say, oh, you're lying, because not everybody is exactly the same and blah, 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 blah. Here we go.
He paying all the bills because he's like dick. So I'm going to go over there, have some fun.
So you going to jeopardize your fucking marriage for a nigga who got no fucking job?
I'm not, because I'm a smart girl, but I understand it now. I didn't understand it before.
Shout out to this comment right here. They said she wouldn't cheat and turned around in the same breath, basically admitting she cheat. Yeah, shout out to the ladies. They said she telling on herself, turns up too short, put on the Mac, reads Pimp by Iceberg Slim. Yeah. Women math needs to be studied by Harvard graduates. Very believable. Shit happened to me. I pay all the bills for mine. She at the crib right now. I'm on the road in my semi truck, bored as hell, getting her nails did and etc. But don't put this in my head, please. You cook, my boy. You cook, my boy. I've been saying this for a while. As a man, we can do everything right and still get cheated on. Stay single, my friends, and keep your money in your pocket. Hey, bro, that's why I don't try and do everything right no more. I do what I need to do to please myself. Shout out to the ladies. Like, if I'm with you, don't get me wrong. If I'm with you, we gonna have a good time and stuff. But I'm not trying to be the right man, because you're gonna try and turn me into the right man and say, okay, stay right here while I go do my thing. I ain't doing all that with you, baby. There is never a situation where a man needs to do everything. Yes, take on the majority, maybe even 98%. But in order for her to see value, she has to have some responsibility in the home. Yeah, fellas, like I said, in today's society where women say they want to be independent, it doesn't make sense that you would not that you would take on most of their issues if they're independent. I mean, it's like if we were to flip the roles and you said that you were independent, which makes no sense, right? But if you were to say you were independent, and as an independent man, it would make sense that you handle your stuff independently, because that's part of being independent. I don't know. Anyways, let's start the segue to the main event. So we got Lala responding to Halle Bailey accusing her of being / sleeping with DDG in Mexico. For those of you who don't know, we covered that yesterday. Y'all can look at the stream yesterday. It was pretty good. We had like 400 people in there. That was cool. Like I said, today, not so much. We might have went a little bit too hard yesterday, and my bad, my peasy. Shout out to YouTube, my bad, YouTube. Don't ban me, you know. I'm gonna play like I'm a stupid ninja. Don't ban me, please. Here goes Lala responding to Halle Bailey. Actually, let me make sure. Let me do this real quick. Hold on. Let me do this real quick, because these mother effers. Let me handle this right now. That way, when we segue into the main event, it'll be a better show, if you will. Let me see content. 1 second, y'all. Bear with me. Hold on. Hold on. We're gonna get more people in here, guys. And you guys participate, man. Hit the like button. Tell us what you think. Don't worry. I say all the shit that I say. I decided me and Black Madam talk. Shout out to Black Madam, by the way. But Black Madam said I can't turn up on my viewers if they don't agree with me. I don't be turning up, but sometimes ninjas get beside themselves, bro. Like, they be saying too much. Like, they just be going ham, bro. Like, one time, shout out to my homie Chris. I thought he called me a goofy. I was like, bro. I'm like,
but what the hell, bro?
Who the fuck you talking to? But he wasn't talking about me, bro. He wasn't talking about me. So I decided I ain't gonna turn up. I'm just gonna let people say what they gotta say. But if you on my head, I'm telling you now, if you on my head, I'm gonna be on your head too, bro. Because I used to get bullied as a kid. For those of you who don't know, Black Adam used to be bullied for being dark. Okay, shout out to the black people. Yeah, with that being said, that's why I don't play that. Hold on. You see, they ain't even put my shit part of the podcast. I'm telling you, these people, boy. All right, let me see. They didn't even, imagine, guys, they didn't even add my thing to its podcast. Like, I have a podcast set up on my page. They didn't put it in the podcast, but it's all good. All right, let's get it. All right, so we in here, like I said, man. Hopefully it works. Hopefully it worked, because the shit froze. So we gonna see. Let me see. I think it worked. Let me see. Yeah, we look good. All right, we good. All right, like I said, let's segue. Let me X all this shit out, because this shit's starting to trip. And y'all answer that poll in the chat, man. We might bring up a new poll. But back to the show. My bad if I was lagging just now. I don't know if I was or not. But like I said, they be trying to fuck with the show. Like I said, bro, so Lala. So they got Lala in the building. Shout out to Lala. I mean, she's straight. You feel me? She's straight. She not really my speed, though. She not my speed. I like a certain kind of girl. You gotta look more ethnic, if you will. Shout out to the ethnic looking women, whatever that means. But yeah, I ain't gonna let it fly off the mouth too much. But she's straight though. She's straight though. Like, I've dated Spanish girls before. I've dated Puerto Rican, Mexican. Yeah, she's straight. She just not my speed. I don't know. She not my speed. I don't think she'd be into me.
Halle did reach out to me, and we had a private conversation. Again, I'm not.
Hold up. I don't want to have the music in here. We're going to let y'all see it. Hold on. I got another one. Here we go. 1 second, y'all. Shout out to DJ AK. Here we go.
Context behind these accusations in general is stemming from a group trip that our whole friend group went on, right? Our whole friend group went on this trip, and everyone on this trip can confirm there was nothing weird going on. I wasn't even staying near them. It was for someone's birthday. Let's start there. There was never anything sneaky going on. Like, me and Daryl's relationship has always been strictly, started off as business. Obviously, if you know, you know. Like, he put me onto YouTube, started off there, grew into a friendship, has always remained platonic. So it's very unfortunate. Like, I know people already have this narrative because it's just hard to believe that a guy and a girl
Now look, first thing first, I ain't say this what I'm about to say, right? Let me put my hat back on because I'm in my gang mode. I ain't say what I'm about to say. So word on the street was, damn, I feel so messy doing this YouTube shit sometimes, bro. I feel like a hoe. Shout out to the hoes. I be feeling like a hoe. In my city, we call it sneak dissing. I hate sneak dissing, but word on the internet streets was like she was a pass around or something. And I was like, what? I don't know who she is though. But they were saying like, oh, she the pass around of the streamer community or some shit. I don't know. And like I said, you didn't hear that from me. I'm just saying what they said on the net. Like I was looking it up. They said, oh, like they be with her or some shit. And that's why she felt that way. That's why they said Haley felt the way she felt. And like I said, I got insider info. Don't ask me how I got that. I got insider info. I ain't even big like that, but low key, I got insider info. How y'all think I'm doing this now? But let's continue.
Can be friends. Like it's hard to believe that me and him or any other guy and girl can just strictly be platonic friends.
And that is hard to believe. I'm gonna keep it real. Like me personally, baby, look, shout out to the women. Ladies, I'm here to tell you, ladies, I don't want to be your friend, okay?
But what the hell?
I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it. I don't want to be your friend. Like if I'm talking to you, I'm attracted to you. And people need to understand this too. We talk to people that we're attracted to in some way, shape, or form. And I'm not saying like even like shout out to the alphabet boys and girls. I'm saying like even guys talking to guys and girls talking to girls. We see a piece of ourselves in these people, and that's why we talk to them. So like for example, not majority, but a good portion of all my homies is tall, bro. No hate to the short kings. Shout out to the short kings. All my homies is tall. All my homies is tall. In my head, I wish I was taller. I'm 6'1", but I'm saying, so my homies is all like at least 5'11" and above. No hate to the short kings. I got short people that I know. I don't really hang around them. I hang around the people that, remind me of myself in a way. Now, all my homies is not ninjas though. I know a lot of black people, but I'm saying majority of the people that I do hang with are colored. Shout out to the colored folks.
My nigga.
Yeah. Shout out to the colored folks. I mean, yeah, I like the light skins too and shit like that. But when you wake up to, what's going on in society with colorism, it's kind of hard for me to sit there and fake the funk sometimes. Like I ain't got no problem with nobody, but like until you show me you cool, I'm assuming that you probably don't, you might feel a way about me until you let it be known that, hey, you down with the brown. I'm black, but you down with the brown. Yeah, I'm erring on the side of caution. That's just it, right? So yeah, we tend to be around people that we're attracted to. So with that being said, ladies, I'm here to tell you, me personally, I won't even speak to you, bro. I won't even speak to you. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I'm gonna keep it 100, bro. Unless I'm attracted to you, I wouldn't really speak to you. And yeah, like I said, I'll speak to you, but I don't have any women friends. Like personally, that's me. I know it's a lonely world, cold world. I'm by myself, lonely boy. It is what it is. But I have no women friends because it's multifaceted. I'm not gonna go into too much details. I don't want everybody to get their panties in the wad. But I don't really have women friends. Guy friends, I don't really have guy friends neither because niggas be acting like women now, and I can't really get behind that. Like I'm not finna sit there and yell at you or yell with you like a hoe because you mad at something I said. That makes no goddamn sense to me. It never will. Secondly, like I said, I'm not here to talk about, like we could talk about emotional shit if you're trying to get through it. But if you're trying to just sit there and be sad about that shit, I don't like that sad shit because we all finna die one day. Life is already tough as it is. I'm not trying to go through all that bullshit of, oh man, we sad, so sad. Unless somebody died, somebody passed away. I ain't with all that weak shit, bro. That's just how I am. I'm a very straightforward person. Everybody's different. So yeah, let's continue.
Okay. But nothing has ever gone on past that. Ever. Context behind these accusations in general is stemming from a group trip that our whole friend group went on, right? Our whole friend group went on this trip and everyone.
And basically she said you put your pee-pee in Lala in Mexico. Yeah, I mean, hey, bro. It's tough because the reality of the situation is this. And ladies have much more control than us. And the reason why women have more control than us, I'm gonna say a little bit, ladies. I'm not gonna expose the whole game. I'm gonna give these niggas a little bit of context. So women have more control when it comes to sexual encounters because And even then you don't know because they have more access to sex, right? It is what it is. I'm going to say it. And the reason why they have more access is because we want women. So think about it. There's girls that want women too. Imagine we live in a world where men want women and women want women. So women have more access to sexual encounters. Fellas, you would never understand what it's like to be a girl. And I'm not saying I do, but I'm saying, so you would never understand what it's like to have multiple girls trying to come to you and sleep with you. Or maybe you have, I don't know. I don't speak for all men, but I'm saying like consistently every day, a girl tell you, I want to sleep with you. I want to sleep with you. You would get very selective after that. And like I said, if you could have, the best way to describe it is like people giving you free money every day, right? If you had everybody giving you money every day, would you be sitting there trying to find a job to go make money? Answer the question. You wouldn't. Would you be sitting there like, damn, I got to go get this bread. I got to go do. No, bro. Everybody's offering you money every day. You would never worry about trying to go find a job and going to work. Now, sex is the same thing. So like I said, when it comes to the ladies, bro, them ladies is not worried about it the same way we are. But I'm saying all that to say it's tough because as a man, you know, they say men take what they can get. But as a man, it's hard because we're biologically designed to sleep with multiple women. Hey. And for everybody that says you're not biologically designed to sleep with multiple women, explain to me why I produce millions of sperm in a short amount of time. Explain to me why I don't end up having to gestate, or gestation, is that the correct term? Explain to me why I don't have to, you know, I don't go through the phases once I get a woman pregnant. I might have some pregnancy symptoms. That's what they say. Like you mirror your partner's symptoms or whatever the case may have you. But explain to me why I can get multiple women pregnant, whereas a woman can only be pregnant by one man at a time. And, you know, people will come with, oh, there's some instances where two guys might be the father. Okay, bro. Come on, bro.
What the hell, bro?
Come on, bro. What y'all ninjas talking about, bro? All right, we get it. I know there's certain special instances or whatever the case may have you, but focus on what I'm saying. So it's tough, bro, because as a man, you know, it's just so much potential out here, man. Shout out to the ladies.
Hello.
Yo. Bro, it's some fine ass women out here, excuse my French, but yo, it's some pretty girls out here, bro. And then they got the makeup, and then they got the lashes, and then they got the nails, them pink nails. Look, bro, you see what this girl's wearing right here, bro? That pink shirt, jacket thing, bro. Get you a girl with them pink nails or the French tips with the pink and white French tips. Like you see the pink right here. For those of you who wonder what this is my music, by the way. It tells people to add them to my playlist. It's my merch. But get you a girl with this pink and white. Get her the pink and white nail. Hey, bro. You can have my check, baby. You can have my whole check, bro. You can have my whole check. And like I said, you had the hair and then makeup. And then when they put that blush and make their face a little red. Damn. Yeah, bro. Yeah. But let me stop thirsting on here. Yeah, man. So it's tough because like I said, like as a man, especially when you have kids with a woman or you start to get serious with a woman, women think they control you now, bro. And that's why I say men have become the new women and women have become the new men. So these niggas saying they're emotional about these girls doing this and that to them. I'm looking at them like,
but what the hell, boy?
Right? And then, you know, the women sitting there like, I'm in control of you. I own you. You're sleeping with me. You belong to me now. And that's how men used to be. And I'm always just here like,
you what? But what the hell, boy?
I'm always confused because I'm like, bro, what's really going on out here in these streets? Yeah, the shit's backwards. They flipped it on us. I don't know how. Let's continue. Like I said, we're segueing into the main event here. Oh, one thing I want to discuss, though, I forgot to talk about it. I forgot to talk about a couple things. Fudge. I forgot to talk about a couple things. Oh, well, I'll probably do it in tonight's show. But one thing I wanted to talk about was about Donald Trump banning traveling to certain countries. We'll do that later on in tonight's show. Y'all better pull up, bro. And one last thing, too, before we get to the main event. We got to do these things, people. Y'all have to know this information. So first things first, we have a Chinese couple charged with smuggling a biological pathogen that can cause devastating disease and crops into the United States. Ninja. And the reason why I'm showing y'all that is because it came out 24 hours ago. So a postdoctoral researcher at the University of Michigan and her boyfriend have been charged with several offenses, including conspiracy to defraud the United States, smuggling goods into the country, and making false statements to authorities. Initially, Liu claimed she was unaware of the contents in his bag and suggested someone else may have planted them. However, he later changed his account. According to the complaint, Liu admitted that he had deliberately concealed the samples in his backpack, knowing there were restrictions on bringing such materials into the United States. He acknowledged wrapping the samples in tissues to reduce the chance that Customs and Border Protection officers would detect and seize them, allowing him to continue his research in the country. Y'all wonder why, shout out to PDJT, that's President Donald J. Trump. Now, like I said, and I always say this, I'm not going to side with Donald Trump for what he does, but y'all wonder why he's sitting there like, okay, we need to kind of be careful because shit like this can't happen. Because imagine if these people got to do what they wanted to do. We would be cooked. We would be cooked. Now, the next thing I wanted to show you, and I'm going through it fast because I had to show you guys this, but we got to get to the main event. We had President Donald Trump, and I don't know if this is real or AI, but President Donald Trump announcing the travel ban and restrictions on 19 countries. Crazy shit, people. Here we go.
The terror attack in Boulder, Colorado has underscored the extreme dangers posed to our country by the entry of foreign nationals who are not properly vetted, as well as those who come here as temporary visitors and overstay their visas. We don't want them in the 21st century.
All right, so look, right here, I think this shit's AI, but this actually came out. So Donald Trump recently passed a new proclamation that fully restricts and limits entry from 12 countries, including Afghanistan, Haiti, the Republic of Congo, Sierra Leone, Cuba, Burundi, Togo, blah, 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 and Venezuela. Ninja. That's wild, people. That's wild. Hey, and then they allowed the South African refugees to come into, the white South African refugees to come into America. Hey, man. Shout out to America, the beautiful. Shout out to America, the beautiful, man. Even despite all this, I still love this country, bro. I love this country. I grew up in a time where they said, I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the man who died, who gave that right to me. I used to always think to myself in class, bro. I like, bro, so who's the man who died? Was it Martin Luther King? Like, who was the man who died, bro? And I'm not saying that to be funny, bro. I'm confused, bro. Because it's like, I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. Who's the man that died, bro? Is it George Washington? I don't know. Anyways, I had to tell y'all those things. The rest of the stuff we can discuss in the next show. Let me see. One more thing. Bear with me, people. We about to be at the main event, and we're going to cover that for like 30 minutes. We got Azalea Banks reacting to Tokyo Tony booed up. So this is Tokyo Tony, who found a new stud girlfriend. Shout out to her. Now, it's crazy. The reason why we're bringing this up is because y'all remember there was a video that came out on the net, right? So it was a video that came out on the net about some women saying that Tokyo Tony allowed her to stay with her. Well, I don't know. I don't want this lady to try and come send the Goonies after me. But yeah, bro, it was a video that came out and the girl was saying that, oh, she wanted her to lick her kitty cat and she wasn't going to do that. And I was like, whoa. And I was like, yo, she let you stay in her house. You know, why you acting like that? And then come to find out, if we go right here, so she was looking for, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm confused, dog. I'm confused. So I don't know what to say. Anyways, man, let's get to the main event. Come on. Main event. So the main event at first was going to be Soulja Boy saying he's squashing his beef with DDG. But we're going to discuss now how the judge reportedly blocked DDG from getting the request to, what is it called? To have the restraining order against Halle Bailey. So here we go. Y'all hit the like button. All right, man, main event time. Y'all know what it is. Shout out to Uno. Uno said, I clicked to watch, but all of this extra shit you got going on in the beginning is not it. Let me say it to you like this, Uno. Let me put myself on the camera. First things first, my guy. This is the show, people. The show's all over the place, because like I said, I'm gonna say this before and I'm gonna say this again. When you're fighting demonetization for trying to spit the real and you gotta play like you're stupid, it's not easy. Past that, if you don't watch the show, if you don't want to watch the show, by all means, leave. We're not stopping you. Bye-bye. What the fuck? Another thing I want to say too, gentlemen, shout out to the ladies, gentlemen. Now, if you watch me, right, you're entitled to an opinion. You're entitled to an opinion. Please understand, if you're not a fan of me, I personally do not give a fuck what you have to say. I have to say it like that because the ego of man is so shocking to me. The fact that y'all think I'm supposed to sit here and give a fuck about what you say when you don't like what I'm saying, go kick rocks with no shoes on. That's it, bro. What do you want me to say? But like I said, I have to let people say their piece. So you're entitled to an opinion, but I'm entitled to an opinion as well. Past that, like I said, the main point of the Blac Pill is this, people. Smoke mirrors truth. Take the Blac Pill and see for yourself. At the end of the day, if you don't like my show, please go watch somebody else. I don't give a fuck what you like. That's not my business. Past that, like I said, main event. So we got Soulja Boy saying he's squashing his beef with DDG. Basically, Soulja Boy came out and said, I'm squashing this DDG beef. This is looking like a pee-pee and a kitty cat situation. Minding my business from here on out. Done trolling these ninjas. Let's go to Instagram and see what they have to say. And like I said, guys, you guys are entitled to an opinion. Please remember, the show is not strictly about one person or one thing. The thumbnail is the main event. Past that, we have to educate, we have to entertain, we have to inform. So we discuss industry news. So if you like the Blac Pill, come here to watch about industry news. So we talk about different things. Like I said, we talk about the people who are famous. We talk about Tokyo Tony. We talked about Lala. We talk about Diddy. You guys can go look through my page. We have David Banner. We talk about different things. We talk about Donald Trump. People need to be educated and informed. I personally, if you want me to be very transparent with you, I personally do not give a fuck about DVD. Shout out to DDG. Shout out to Doodle Garbage. I don't give a fuck about DDG. I'm going to tell you right now. If you didn't know, now you know. I personally don't give a fuck about DDG. I personally don't give a fuck about Soulja Boy. Shout out to Big Draco, though. Shout out to Big Draco. I personally don't give a fuck about nobody that I talk about. You know who I give a fuck about? Right up here, Black Adam. Black Adam. Black Adam. If you don't like that, like I said, please go kick rocks with no shoes on. I have to say it like that because I do the show for you guys, right? You guys can tell me how to be better, but always remember that there's a fine line between constructive criticism and then trying to disrespect somebody. So when you're trying to be funny, it's like, bro, if you don't like what I'm doing, my advice to you is to invest in all the shit that I bought. You can't see all the shit that I bought, but for example, this microphone right here, this is a $200 microphone. Invest in the shit I bought, and this is actually my old microphone. Invest in the shit I bought and go make your own goddamn show. Okay, past that, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because you got to keep pushing and persevering for success. And gentlemen, like I said, everybody's not supposed to like what you do. At the end of the day, people can disagree to agree. Keep doing what you do. And I always say this on the streams. I'm going to continue to say this. There's going to be people who like it. There's going to be people who don't like it. At the end of the day, people are always going to have something to say. So just do what you got to do, bro. Do what you got to do. Yes, sir. Let's get into it. So yeah, let me go to I might have to go to Hollywood Unlocked. Let me see. 1 second. I gotta find it. We're gonna go to Say Cheese. Shout out to Say Cheese. One time for Say Cheese. If you know, you know. Let me see. All right, so right here, like I said, we got Soulja Boy. We got Soulja Boy ending his beef with DDG. Like I told you guys, he said, you know, this is a pee-pee and a kitty cat situation. Shout out a fresh start. He said, doo-doo in the cut. Yes, sir. What Ric Flair say? Ric Flair say, woo. Let's see what the comments say. They say he was the first ninja to cancel a beef in which he was the only one beefing in. He seen that other dude get beat up. The first rapper to squash a beef with DDG. He seen DDG box and didn't want to fight no more. And that's what I said 3 weeks ago. You know, a lot of times, and I'm an artist myself, I make music, y'all can check out my music, but a lot of times we gotta realize, like, I've been hit by a boxer before. Like, when you're hit by somebody that actually can fight, it's not a good feeling, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I can say this because y'all niggas don't know me, bro. That person made me shit myself, bro. No bullshit. He hit me with a gunshot, bro. Bro, he hit me with a gunshot. That's when I realized, yo, I'm not that tough. I realized I said I'm not that tough because there's a difference between street fighting and like actual professional fighters. So if a person do MMA, boxing, jiu-jitsu, whatever, bro, them ninjas will kill you, bro. Okay, it's like that, bro. Them people are dangerous, bro. You know how they say they register their hands and shit? That's why, bro. Them people are dangerous. Them people could hurt you. Them people could hurt you. Them people could hurt you. And I mean, I guess DDG's a boxer. I don't really know. It's weird because, you know, these ninjas short. I think DDG is like 5'7". I think Soulja Boy 5'6" or some shit. So it's kind of weird. But yeah, all I'm saying is if a ninja want to fight me for some money, bro, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And let me pull it up on TikTok. 1 second. Let me see. DDG, Soulja Boy, beef. Here we go.
Squashing this beef with DDG. This looking like a dick and pussy situation.
Whoa.
Mind my business from here on out. Done trolling these niggas. Squashing this beef with DDG. This looking like a dick and pussy situation. What? Squashing this beef with DDG. This looking like a dick and pussy situation. Minding my business from here on out. Done trolling.
Damn, how many times you gonna say it? Damn. And I get this is by the way, this is Dub. For those of you who don't know, Dub is DDG's, I don't know if it's his older brother or younger brother, but this is Dub. I think this is his older brother, I believe. Here we go. Y'all could correct me if I'm wrong.
A dick and pussy? Wait, so you did this? What you think, you was gonna get some ass? That's what I got so many questions about this.
What?
So you was ready to get your shit rocked and embarrassed. So you was taking up. So you're taking up for the opposite side.
And let's see what the polls say. The polls say so far, people say he was dead wrong. Mind your business, gang. We had 64% and 36% said he had the right motives. Here we go.
Squashing this beef with DDG.
My thing is, and if y'all know, y'all could put it in the chat. I'm not sure whether or not because I think Soulja Boy actually knows Haley. That's the thing. I'm not too sure because I seen him in a picture before. I don't know if they actually know each other, and that's the thing. So that's what I thought initially when he took up for her or whatever. That's like 3 weeks ago. Yeah, I seen him in a picture. Like he took a picture with the sisters or some shit, and I don't know, but we gonna see. Here we go.
Like a dick and pussy. What the fuck does that mean? Like, what does dick and pussy situation mean?
It means that they in their feelings. Well, I'm gonna break it down. What it means is how do I explain this in the right way without ruffling feathers? It means basically like they trying to patrol each other, but they're not really with each other. Does that make sense? Does that sound right? They trying to patrol each other. So they trying to patrol each other, but they not with each other. So they're getting mad at each other for doing things with other people, but they're saying that they're not with each other, and they're telling each other, but that they're not with each other. It's baby mama, baby daddy drama. That's what it is, bro. That's what it is. That's what that means, bro. Baby mama, baby daddy drama. And that's why personally, I don't ever want me a baby mama. And fellas, I tell you, if you can avoid that, avoid it. But at some time, you may have to bite the metaphorical bullet. Here we go.
Hey, ChatGPT, I got a question. Soulja Boy, he's a rapper. He fell off. He said something, and I'm trying to figure out what this means. He said, this looking like a dick and pussy situation. Minding my business from here on out. Done trolling these niggas. What is the fuck is he talking about?
Hey, y'all answer that poll in the chat.
She said, looking like dick and pussy situation mean it's a cruel way of saying the situation is getting overly sexual, messy, or emotional. It's not like literally about sex. It's more like this whole thing got very emotional. Okay. All right, I get it.
Like I said, baby mama, baby daddy drama, people. And here go Big Draco right here. Shout out to Big Draco.
So you have no beef with DDG and nah, that shit over with. They came up with all that shit. today, I'm like, man, this shit is like some normal girlfriend, boyfriend type of shit, boy. I'm staying out of this shit, boy.
Yeah, fellas, mind your business when people deal with their significant other, because if you step in, they gonna side with their significant other over you. Like, let's say you step in, right? Let's say you step in and the police get involved, right? Like, let's say they domestic violence, whatever. Let's say you step in and then the police get involved. You know they're gonna take up for their significant other over you, even if you try to save them. Even if you try to save them, bro. Anyways, fast forward, like I said, now we're at the part where the judge has denied DDG's request, and this just came out. I'm gonna pull it back up on Instagram. Let me see. 1 second, y'all, bear with me. Let me see right here. So we have a judge reportedly denying DDG's temporary restraining order request against Halle Bailey. Yep. We're gonna pull up the information on that and then we're gonna get up on out of here. But according to reports, a judge has denied DDG's request for a temporary restraining order against the mother of his child. As we reported yesterday, and we reported that yesterday, you guys can go watch the stream. DDG filed a request to prevent Halle Bailey from taking their son out of the country and sought a temporary restraining order, alleging he was a victim of abuse in their relationship. And fellas, it's like I told y'all, bro. Protect yourself out here, because when push come to shove, they're gonna throw the book at you and they're gonna blame you. So, you know, you'll sit there, you know, you want to protect your baby mother or whatever the case may have you, but by doing so, you potentially put yourself at risk. So always, my advice is put yourself first, and put yourself around people that you can trust. And it's hard because we live in a time where everybody's practically fickle now. And fickle, what I mean by that is fake. Everybody be flogging, as we used to say in my city. So you got to be mindful. Let me see. Judge, we're gonna pull it up right now. Judge denies DDG. So here we go. Here's the news right here. So yes, like I said, hold on, let me make it so you guys can see. Yeah, so DDG accused Halle Bailey of stalking, mental instability, and more in order to try to stop her from traveling with their son. After Halle Bailey secured a temporary restraining order against DDG, the former couple's relationship got more contentious than ever. He tried to respond by filing his own request for a restraining order, trying to stop her from traveling overseas with their son. However, according to the Neighborhood Talk on Instagram and TMZ Hip Hop, the judge in their case reportedly denied the Michigan rapper's request. In his filing, he accused the singer of being mentally unstable, stalking him, sending him concerning text messages, and trying to get an abortion behind his back. Yeah, bruh. Yep. The streamer also wanted sole custody, both physically and legally, of their son Halo, or for custodial exchanges to fall to a third party if he was unsuccessful. Gentlemen, I'm always going to tell you, don't try and go into the court system. The court is not on your side, especially if you are a black man. The court's not on your side, bro. Like, I'm not here, like, this not a race thing. It's just the writing's on the wall, if you didn't know. And I showed you guys yesterday the video with Hugh Hefner and the Playboy girls, and I was like, damn, look at what happened with Shannon Sharp. Mind you, Hugh Hefner was older than Shannon Sharp. Like I said, if you can't see the performative writing, the illusion, if you can't see through the veil, yeah, the courts are not on your side. So if something like this was to happen to you, if you plan on trying to deal with the courts to get this done through court, my advice to you is to, if this was chess, if this was a game of, you know, who goes first, go first. You're supposed to strike first, because if you don't strike first, they're not going to be on your side. And even then, they still may not be on your side. I just got to let you guys know. Like I said, this comes shortly after Haley's abuse allegations against DDG, which were at the center of her temporary restraining order against him. She accused him of alleged physical assault during their argument about their visitation schedule, as well as other instances of alleged misconduct. Let me see. At press time, it's still unclear what compelled the judge to dismiss DDG's accusations against Halle, but fans are making their presumptions. And guys, like I said, mind you, this ninja right here, this ninja submitted to the court that she stabbed him in his hand, and we showed y'all his thumb that was cut up. She stabbed him, and they still denied him, bro. That's the world you live in, bro. That's the world you live in. So be mindful. Bailey and her legal team claimed the Twitch giant and his lawyers have ignored her attempts to set up monitored visits for him and their son since the temporary restraining order came into effect on May 13th of this year. In any case, this contentious co-parenting development has been causing a lot of fan debate for months now. Ever since the former couple broke up, their fans are going at the other person for back and forth allegations of harassment, suppression, and more. As DDG and Halle Bailey continue to grow apart, their fans just hope this whole saga ends at some point soon. They want them to settle things in their private life and just move on with their careers. Oh yeah, and they're ruining each other's careers, but I think DDG would probably come out on top, and the reason why is because DDG's deals are not the same as Haley's deals. So Haley's more mainstream, whereas DDG's an independent person doing his streaming shit. Shout out to the streamers everywhere. Y'all know what it is. And shout out to Uno, who said what he said in the comments. He said, I clicked to watch, but all this extra shit you got going on in the beginning is not it. Shout out to Uno. You know, I kind of turned up on him. I ain't had to turn up on him because I need to construct the criticism to get better. You know, it's not easy being a streamer. It's not easy being a streamer. So I gotta focus. He made me think to myself while I was talking to you guys, I gotta focus on my organization skills because I gotta take more time to make the show better for my viewers. I can't be mad if they don't like what I'm doing. So, you know, shout out to the streamers. We're kind of like independent people doing this shit by ourselves. So yeah, when it comes down to it, I think DDG would probably, I'm not gonna say come out on top like this is a battle between him and his girl. I'm saying in the sense of, you know, like I said, he a streamer, so his money comes from his fan base and his support system, whereas her money comes from the mainstream. So it's bad on her part because, I mean, other than the fact that girls are probably going to ride for her, shout out to the ladies, they going to ride for the girls because they got like a hive mind. They stick together like glue. You know, with Haley, it's not a good look to other people. Like when you're trying to get roles and whatever you do, acting, commercials or whatever, and then you got this baby mama drama happening. And I always say, you know, when it comes to majority of the time, when it comes to people of other communities, they keep this shit on the low so that way it doesn't mess up the bag in real time in public. And right now they kind of messing up the bag. So y'all let us know what y'all think, bro. Past that, that's it for the morning show. I apologize. I apologize for the issues at the beginning of the stream. It's like I said, sometimes I say too much truth, so then they start to mess up my stream. If you guys don't believe me, go watch some of my other streams that did numbers. You guys see my page, you can go look, and you'll see that sometimes when I say too much truth, they kind of fuck with the stream. So you'll just see my stream start dropping, my shit start lagging. Personally, I'm not the one doing it. My shit set up perfectly. I could show y'all, look, I'm telling y'all right now, watch this. Just so y'all can see. When y'all see, anytime y'all come to my page and see something wrong, I'm gonna let you know right now it's not me. Watch this. Hold on. 1 second. Watch this, people. Speed test. This is my internet speed test right now. I'm running the speed test. Watch this. So I have, you guys can see this. That's 837 megabytes per second. That's actually low. It's supposed to be at 1,000. So I have some of the best internet speed, download and upload speed right now that's available. That's not for businesses. So look, my internet connection is very fast. I should be able to handle multiple devices streaming HD videos, video conferencing, and gaming at the same time. Imagine how somehow, some way my stream be fucking up. Now ask yourself, what are the odds? What are the odds? But it's all good. Like I said, we're going to keep pushing and persevering for success. We on back here later, man. Y'all hit the like button. Like I said, if you don't agree with me, I don't agree with you neither. You don't like me, I don't like you neither. But at the end of the day, we all got to get this money. Deuces, bro. Y'all be safe, bro. And we're going to keep you guys updated on whatever's going on here. Like I said, shout out to you if you tuned in, man. If you tuned in, you are the resistance. You are the core. This is the Blac Pill Podcast. Deuces.